This is where I get all my information from, okay? This is what I give a shit about. I woke up this morning and the first goddamn thing I saw on Twitter were ad-sponsored posts from the one and only Liver King. Why not wear a shirt? This seems unhygienic. Wear a shirt. Even pathogens know better than to mess with Liver King. It's not unhygienic. It's a public display of invincibility. I don't take showers. Hair nor beard has ever been washed. Haven't brushed in over a decade. And I hardly wipe. The consequences? This is what you look like if you hardly wipe. Hair and skin. At 46 years old, my skin has held its own. I like this because his whole thing is like lying and boasting, but he knows he looks like shit, so he can't say like I have the skin of a young man. He has to say it's held its own. That's not like a compliment I would ever want delivered to my skin. Like oh, your skin is holding up. Your skin is holding it together. Hair has retained native color and no visible sign of recession. Maybe the skin-hair microbiome shouldn't be f***ed with. Maybe they don't take too kind to harsh chemicals and endocrine derangement. And he's saying namaste here. I saw that in the video. Looking good, man. It came out that he used a lot of steroids, right? Oh, a lot of steroids. Like $11,000 a month of steroids. Like, not just regular amount of steroids. Like an incomprehensibly large amount of steroids. Teeth, gums, and dragon's breath. Want fresh breath? Brush your teeth. Want a gladiator-like jawline? Ability to resist heel cavities? Recover gum and periodontal disease? Got something for you. Liver King. Hasn't brushed nor flossed in over a decade. I have perfect oral health. I would know. Me wife, my liver queen, happens to be a retired dentist. Mechanically load because weak things break. Nourish with fat-soluble vitamins. Neutralize acidity with a 30-second salt swish after eating. Support parotid glands' ability to remineralize teeth by ditching processed foods. And live the ancestral lifestyle. The 9 ancestral tenets. Time-tested immune support. Liver, bone marrow, thymus, colostrum, spleen, and perhaps the most powerful, bovine tracheal cartilage, aka BTC. You see, our early ancestors didn't brush, didn't floss, didn't get cavities, I'm sure. But don't tell that to the multi-billion-dollar dental industry. This is like they didn't have toilet paper back in the Paleolithic era, and they also didn't have poopy butts. Don't tell that to the multi-billion-dollar toilet paper industry. Want fresh breath? Yeah, you're going to want to brush your teeth. Want a strong jawline, healthy teeth and gums? Do these things, or else there will be consequences just from your shrinking jawline. This is like hypermewing. Losing vertical dimension equals wrinkles. The insidious collapse constricts the airway. This impacts everything. Pick up a stick and start chewing. Incredible.
The jaws and the teeth, mechanically. See my jawline? That's how I got it.
Again.
We can't see your jawline. You have a beard.
King. You need to work out the jaws and the teeth. Mechanically load them. If you find a block of ice, eat it. If you don't have a block of ice, anything else that you can think of? Find something, chew on a bone. Just mechanically load all the teeth. The centrals, the canines, the incisors.
The mix of like grind set, here's 10 quick life hacks to improve your life language with the paleo masculinity bit is really funny because mechanically load your teeth is the silliest thing I've ever heard in my life. It's just like, it's a mix of jargon from different worlds, you know? It's all over the goddamn place. Sucking dick to strengthen my jawline. Well, presumably if you chew, that would work, right?
Premolars and the molars. Work your way up and be as strong as Liver King one day. How much you want to bet most of you try to bite through this with your centrals, they'll probably break. Let me at least do a Liver King, Liver Queen.
What a bitch. Look how he pulled away right before having to bite down on a chunk of ice with his front teeth. Cut right there. You'd really think they would want to use that bit.
Do a Liver King, Liver Queen out.
Okay.
Not for Liver King. Look, all centrals.
Dude, what is this ice? What is this, like breakaway ice? What is that? Look, he barely like taps the ice with his front. Like, what is that? Did he go out looking for the weakest ice? Are these fake teeth? That ice does look tasty. Like, look at that.
And that is one of 4 ways to maintain robust, strong teeth. Liver King.
Liver Queen.
Out.
Well, there you go, lads. No, his teeth are mechanically loaded. Yeah, he's chewing on the ice thing like he's Bugs Bunny with a carrot, you know? I hardly wipe. Don't consume worthless fibers, and there just ain't worthless waste. A daily dose of eggshells adds a firmness that shapes what most men celebrate as the perfect shit. And I get to take one every morning like clockwork. I call it my royal shit. It's crispy, dense, and yes, it smells horrific. To others. I still check with a test wipe, but rarely does it require reinforcements. Cut the crap, aka cut down on fibers and starches, and assess your libido in 30 days. If it's better and you enjoy your new shit, keep at it. Vosh, you can still stop. Can I? I just know you smell like hot dog water. I feel like he would smell a lot worse than hot dog water. Anyway, I think the Liver King is mostly a lol cow, at this point. Though there was a period of time where people took him a little more seriously than now. I don't know if it was the anabolic steroid thing that, kicked that over. Remember, he would get, like, huge views consistently, you know? I don't know, like, at what point it stopped being ironic, or maybe it started being ironic. I don't really know. I'm not sure. People love seeing a freak show. Yeah, I mean, men are very gullible, okay? It's a very easy market to grift off of. Besides, he 100% showers and washes. He's just like, well, yeah, of course. Huge liar. Please don't tell me there's anyone who actually follows this guy. I think that with people like him, you run into that, like, pseudo irony thing again, where it seems like nobody takes him seriously, and then you look into the fans, and a lot of them really don't, but they kind of do. And like, when it's inconvenient for them to defend him, they'll say it's ironic or a joke, and then at the times where they can go like, oh, well, that's fine, actually, then they will. I don't think there's a lot of people who go for this, but there are a lot of people who go for a version of this, right? Almost exactly like Nazis, unfortunately. It's consistent with this sort of thing. I think it's also a men thing. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. It's definitely like, I don't know. There's definitely an element of this that's like nearly inherent to really, really toxic, like, social values. I think that it's like, it's not impossible for this to manifest in women or in, like, I don't know, some kind of like toxic hyperbolic misandry. You see this with TERFs, actually, don't you? Where TERFs will say like insane shit about trans women, like insanely wild shit, but they'll like half defend it. Well, actually, no, they seem to stand by their convictions a lot more. They don't do the irony posting thing. Maybe irony is just like an inherently masculine vice. I don't know. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's weird. Very weird. His grift is kind of unique, though, because his method is impossible to follow. Yeah, exactly. Well, it's unfalsifiable, right? But, you know, it's not like anyone actually, you know, kept up with whatever Andrew Tate was saying you should do either. So you think it's a Jesse Peterson or Alex Jones thing? Well, framed as self-help. Do you think taking steroids is okay as long as it's in moderation and not used thinking it's a magical big muscles problem? I mean, taking testosterone can be healthy, right? Like, obviously, trans dudes do. And you can get hormone replacement therapy even as a cisgender guy. And testosterone isn't like steroids, but obviously it helps with some of the stuff people take steroids for. So I don't know. I mean, there are probably like more responsible ways to do it, but I have read, I used to like be on the bodybuilding forums. There are so many old stories that I remember of people just dying from steroid use because people do it irresponsibly. The tone of irony might come across differently for men and women, might make it like less likely for women to use. Yeah, I don't know. What would the female equivalent of this be? I feel like it would be like a like some kind of Santa Monica bimbo with double H tits wearing a like cosplay cave woman leopard skin loincloth, talking about how the ancestral role of women is to like suck dick really good. And then she would make videos being like, yeah, with my, like, I don't know, advanced, like, you know, oral hygiene routine, I can actually suck dicks in like 2 seconds to completion or something. I don't understand what the woman equivalent of this would be. I don't I don't know. This is very off, like off the spectrum. Well, it's on some kind of spectrum. It's off that spectrum. The female equivalent of this is those weird religious trad wives on TikTok. Yeah, but they don't come anywhere near this. Like they don't go at like this is a whole other like this is a very different level of commitment to the bit. Maybe it's because traditional femininity tends to be pretty demure and submissive, so you wouldn't get it represented in this kind of like insanely over the top way. I'm not sure. His abs look fake. Yeah, they do. They could be real, but they are very pronounced and symmetrical. The guy clearly uses tons of roids. For the third time now, we are acknowledging that it is known that he's used like over $10,000 a month in steroids. This combines healing oil shit with macho shit? Yeah. There's not a human on Earth who looks like this who doesn't take steroids. I'm sorry. People wildly overstate like the realm of natty potential, I feel. The vascularity is also a dead giveaway. He's probably insecure about being 5'7". He's 5'7"? Oh shit! No wonder he films himself like in the water. Damn, I get he's about as muscular as me then. Arnold admits he used roids, and everyone is like, "Lol, okay, well, yeah, of course, obviously. I mean, have you seen him? Like, there was no doubt about that. Not really. Shoulders as large as your head, almost certainly roid. There are ways the body develops where it gives an impression. That's it. It's a vibe thing. I mean, sometimes it's not a vibe thing, but yeah. Way more people than you think use roids. It's way more common than you think.